I find, I don't know, I like to see the cards when I'm seeing readings. Because how the cards come out, the energy that they're, what's the word, exhibiting, they're showing, I feel like all of that is important to know. So anyway, I just want you to see what I see. So let's see what November holds. Clarify. I've been wanting to straighten up. I got to do a bit, but I wanted to clear up my laundry, and a bunch of songs kept coming through, and I'm like in a space right now. Like, I guess I'm in an open space because it's the day after, what day is that? Halloween? October 31st. And so, like, yeah, dreams was popping. All of it. People I haven't seen in ages coming through, all that stuff. And so I woke up and, like, I'm going through my day, and I'm just like barking out loud these random ass songs that I haven't heard since what my mom used to say, Jesus was a child, or something, like a babe or whatever. And it's like, these are like, why is this song in my head? So anyway, I'm saying that to say, I saw a lot of people saying the veil is gone. Yeah, the veil is gone. And I'm in a good mood, but that's my default setting. A lot of people are not, and I can feel that. A lot of people are sad. A lot of people, there's like a very tense energy that I became aware that I was tapping into, because I realized that's not my default. So what's up? And I think it's so funny when you're somebody, wow, I'm taking a long time to start this reading. What's up? I think it's funny when you're somebody who is setting boundaries in your life, whether like energetically or in every sense, right? It's a Saturday as well. It's November 1st. It's a Saturday. I got on my all black. Anyway, I'm saying that to say, I had to catch myself and really realize, like, oh, wow, a lot of the feelings that I'm always feeling are not mine. Now, I've been saying this for a while, so it's one thing to say something it's true. What's up? Okay. Clear it up. It's one thing to say something is true. It's another thing to experience it. And this is what I call like the Sagittarius wisdom, the embodiment, or like not embodiment per se, but like embodiment is more Capricorn. But anyway, the Sagittarius is like integrating the wisdom, integrating the information, right? Not activating it. There's another word, but I don't remember what it is right now. That doesn't matter. The point. I was used to a certain layer of coming to the realization these emotions are not mine. Wow. That throat thing is crazy. What's up, y'all? What's going on with the throat? Oh, wow. Because this was not happening today. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm coming to a new layer of realization of the emotions that aren't mine. It's like, it's so much easier to tell. And so now I'm like, oh, this is not, because nobody around me in my direct vicinity is feeling like this. I know it. I can tell. But I'm like, oh, you tapped in right now. It's the day after Halloween, girl. You can't tap out if you tried. So anyways, let's get to it. Let's see what's going on for November. I feel like all of that was important to say, of course, but focus. All right, what's November feeling like? Show me, y'all. What's November feeling like? Did you see it? Okay. So, who's that? We got the Two of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Tower. Lovely. Isn't that nice? Okay. So, the other thing that I like to do is read the order, right? So, anyway, showing you how it came out. And I'm also actually looking at it for myself because it's flipped so I can see it the way it is. Boy, so I'm seeing a story already. Let's see if we put it here. Can y'all see it with me? And let's see who's at the bottom, the overall energy. Then I'm reading the Five of Swords. Again. I told y'all I was feeling tension. And I'm kind of like... I already knew this. I'm just like, okay, fine. So, what do we got and why? Okay, I'm automatically feeling like these are the same energy, the Two of Swords and the Tower. It feels like pre-transformation and after. So before the transformation and after. What is that? BCAC. It definitely feels like she, right? This one with the short hair. With the short hair now. She's feeling empowered. She knows, she understands that she can make or break her life, right? The choices that are present are hers to make. Who is this Three of Pentacles? Whose energy is that? It's interesting because I'm reading this as air, like is more airy than I feel earth in it. And I'm wondering, is that giving who is that Saturn ruled sign? Aquarius. I was about to say Sagittarius. What? Anyways, okay. We're gonna put that to the side for a sec. All of a sudden I'm starting to feel cold. And I was like baseline all day until I started barking out them songs I was mentioning earlier. All of a sudden I was barking out songs. Do I want to do Earth Tower next or Spirit? Let's clarify with the Earth. Yeah, and then when I started barking out the songs, I started to sweat. And when I'm sweating, I know I'm tapped into energy that's not mine because I'm always cold. Like, I'm always cold, okay? Everywhere, I'm always cold. If it can be warmer, I'm gonna say warmer. So when I start to sweat, I know right away, like, this is energy passing through. Like, these are emotions passing through. And when it comes to me and emotions, I told you my baseline. So when I'm feeling up and down and all the things, it's not me. Anyways, okay, you want to fall out. I didn't ask no questions. We'll come to you in a sec. I just want to clarify. Okay, wait. I just want to clarify the Three of Pentacles first. Can I have that? Can I have the clarification of Three of Pentacles? Y'all, I just want one. Just wanted to clarify. Make it clear. Make it plain. All right. Well, that's clear. That's plain. And it's funny because I'm getting a mirroring energy, which that's not surprising. The Star. Okay, so it's an Aquarius. Or it's Aquarius. It feels Aquarius. The Nine of Cups. Y'all can't see that. Well, the Nine of Cups is what fell. And do you see how it's like, how it sat? So this is, oh, can I show that? Okay, we're gonna hold it like this. But you see the folded legs and you see the folded legs, right? So it's like they are mirroring in a certain kind of way. So let's see what's not flipped. So who came out first? I can't, yo. Okay. This really wants to be made clear that that is the energy. Got it. Underlined Tower. Who's underneath? The Hermit. Nice. Okay. What were we doing? We asked for clarity on, okay, the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. So it is Saturnian. It's giving, and she's 9 of Cups. I'm seeing all the elements here. I'm seeing every element. We got Cups is water, right? We got the moon here. She's on some mushrooms, earth, butterflies, air. Only thing we don't have is fire. And I'm not really feeling fire. If I do, it could be Sag, because it's kind of like that free-spirited vibe, that like sagey medicine is, well, I can't even say it. Like, what is that? You know, the festival goer. What the hell is that called? A music festival? Is that what it's called? Yeah, anyway. So to it. What happened? The tower fell out first. And we wanted to clarify, so I didn't ask no questions. And then you came out. Got it. Okay. Okay. That's what I thought. So this 3 of Pentacles in between is the transition, which is interesting because I wouldn't have seen it like that until I clarified. And it's kind of like, so there's a part of me that still reads this in a very like, or sees this, I should say, in a kind of almost like a Christian lens. And the way I want to see is like you were pulled up to heaven, right? So like, yeah, this is definitely you. So what is that called? Spiritual body? Like the in between the Tower and the 2 of Wands like is a transition. The transition is like, help. Why is it not clear? Is it because it's multiple people? I guess it's like everybody is interpreting it in a different way. So I'm like getting a whole bunch of images and nothing, it's not really clear. But like the way that I would say that, for me, that's like tapping into my guidance. Not my intuition per se, but like a meeting with whoever on the other side that wants to talk to me. Whether it's like my spirit team, my spirit guides, my ancestors, like, you know, so it's, I guess, your primary guidance system that you're getting closer in touch with, closer in touch to, or whatever. You're speaking with more. And that's that transitionary period. After that, you become this person, empowered and able to see the options that you can make, the choices that you can make. So it's kind of like tapping into your free will. Like the Tower time, like this is the before time, right? This time period was very like passive and like bad things happen to me, or why is this happening to me, or it's happening to me. Then you go through this, right, which is just, I guess, communing with your, what the hell to call it, y'all, like spiritual guidance. It's like, that feels too vague, but not vague enough. But anyway, you start communing with your spiritual guidance, and then you get clarity that, oh, this is based off the choices I make. This is based off of the choices that I choose from. Like, okay, then I need to see more choices, or okay, then I need to put myself in a place where I have better choices. You know what I mean? So like, you're becoming clear on like what you can do to change your life. Like, you know, like what's in your power. Yeah, there we go. You feel empowered. Yeah, you're becoming clear on what's in your power. So it's, the reason I'm reading it as Aquarian energy, that 3 of Pentacles, is because that, like, that's bird's eye view. There we go. Now we're getting clear. Thank you. Yes, because this is she's meditating, 9 of Cups, right? Very content. Very content. And when you're able to like kind of tap into a contentness, it's like it's neutrality. When you're able to see things neutrally, you can make more informed decisions. You know, you're not as biased. So, and then the hermit is enlightened, right? So, and it's interesting the way they came out. Yeah, okay. So this is within. This enlightenment is from within. That's very clear. We can move on past that. Okay, cool. Now, what do we want to know? Oh, I forgot about this 5 of Pentacles. That tension. Well, we'll come back to that. What do we want to know is a bit more about the guidance. So let's clarify. We already know what the 3 of Pentacles is, but like, what is the guidance? Take time out, okay? And that's another 9. Is that okay? Spirit has a plan. What did we ask about the guidance? Okay. So there's a bit of transforming of your mind that's coming through, transforming of your like beliefs is so vague. It's more like, you know, like how you do things, right? So like what you like, from where are you operating? So like clear out that survival mode, clear out that like, oh, I need to be in control, that feeling of if it's gonna happen, I gotta make it happen. That's not what's happening anymore. Oh, did I show it? I don't know. So Spirit has a plan is at the bottom. We got take time out, Bear Spirit, and Koala Spirit. The reason why that came out, I asked for the guidance. So the guidance, that's kind of like the 2 people. Okay, here. That's kind of like the 2 people at the side. Like, you see how they're so white and like how they're dressed. They look, the way that I'm interpreting the energy is kind of like angelic, but not really. It's more like, it's whatever. It's transparent. It's translucent. It's not human entities, is what I'm saying, right? So those are the guidance, or the guides. And the 2 of them, take time out, Bear Spirit, Koala Spirit. This 9 is like vibes is after you make the choice, right? So you're empowered to make decisions. Once you make the choice, you take the time out. And you vibe like her. Because once you've made the choice, whatever will be, will be. Once you've made the choice, it's no longer your responsibility, right? You have already responded. You made the choice. Then you have to wait for the actions to fall into place so that you can make another choice, make another decision, choose another thing, respond in another way. I think what I'm like feeling is you're breaking out of the tendency to like almost like panic after you make a decision because you're already like iffy about the decision. Like, first of all, you don't make decisions. First of all, let me clarify. First of all, you didn't make decisions, right? That's the Tower. This is everything was happening to you because you didn't make decisions. So the decisions were being made on your behalf, and they weren't for your best interest because it wasn't people making that, like, you know, the people were making it. It wasn't you. Like, the things were happening to you because you weren't making those decisions, and you weren't consciously making decisions. Because the thing about it is, if you think you don't make decisions, not making a decision is a decision. Like, not picking one of the 2 or 3 or 4 or how many available choices you have is the choice. You still made the choice. It was just passive and not conscious and not empowered, but that's still a choice made, right? So the free will is still in I don't know, in use. However, it's like, is it being controlled? Is it being forced from another party in the background that doesn't have your best interest, right? Because the people who have your best interest, these people up here, are not going to force your hand. They're going to show you things. And this is why you communing with them allowed you to feel empowered and make better choices. So now the advice is, in communing with them, to make the choice and take the time out. Once you've made the choice, do not meddle. I feel like, so like That's So Raven has been coming up a lot, and it's like she's the perfect example of somebody who is shown yeah, how can I say this? It's like, it's just so perfect. That show was so perfect, because if you remember the premise of every like episode, it was, she was shown a vision. She assumed it was something bad or something that she had to stop from happening. She would meddle and then end up in the exact vision. And so multiple times, I can't remember every episode, obviously, but multiple times the result and like overall overarching what the fuck is it called, like storyline, most of the time the overarching storyline was her interference caused the vision she saw. And when I was younger, I was like, that's not helpful at all, because why are you showing me something that I can't do anything about? But that's the attitude of the person falling out of the tower. Why are you showing me something I can't do anything about? That's not what's being shown to you. It's not something you can't do anything about. You can always respond. You don't have to wait to react. Like, you don't have to let this happen to you and react in the moment, where it's like, what's that thing called? In survival mode. So anyway, did I finish that point? I think I did. So take the time out. Take the time out, zen out, meditate, tap in, commune with your guides, and come to a place of peace with your choice, because at the end of the day, there is a plan at play. This is why you were shown the vision. This is why you're shown what's going to happen. And it's for you to interpret. It's not so you can't do anything about it. It's so that you can respond accordingly. Okay, good. So now, what do the mermaids have to add? We always ask the mermaids. We always. I'm running out of space. Okay. Let's slide to the left. All right, anyways. All right, so mermaids, what do you want to add? What's the oracle message from the mermaids? I want it to be, there we go. So at the bottom, go with the flow. Go with the flow. And who fell out upside down? Hope. Okay. So I flipped her back. Well, flipped or reversed hope gives me despair. It, it's like no hope, right? And I feel like that's the transitioned energy. So the oracle message would be, in that case, when there is a, what is that word? When you're like used to doing something, right? It's a habit. It's like a habit, comfort zone, that vibe. When that's the default, that's the word. When the default is falling into despair, right? Like kind of losing hope. When the default is losing hope, yes, go with the flow, but not the flow you used to know. This is a different type of flow. The flow that you want to go with now is more empowered, yes. It's more, you make the choice and ride it out, confident in the choice that you've made. Because the thing about it is, free will, the point, the fun in it is you make a choice, and if that choice is a mistake or a choice you don't want anymore, you can make a different choice. Like, you can always shift. You can't necessarily undo your mistake or undo what you've done, but you evolve, you grow from making mistakes, because now you know the next time that's not the choice we're gonna make next time. Next time we're gonna make a different choice. That's the integrated information. That's the wisdom coming through. You don't get that without practice. You don't get that without making mistakes. You don't get that without shifting your perspective to a new one, right? Sag is like truth seeking, and I don't know why, because I didn't check. I don't know what in the sky is Sag right now. I know the moon's in Pisces. I don't know why Sag want to come through so heavy, because we ain't close to the season. I mean, it's November 1st, I guess. So I guess like Sag is like, hey, I'm like flipping through the cracks a little bit, because it's like it's coming soon. It's coming soon to a theater near you. Okay, so this is preparing you. Yeah, okay, all right. Yo, my energies is just, they so funny. Anyways, did I finish that? So going with the flow does not mean being passive. It means making a decision, making a choice, and being sure of it, being confident in it. And once you have decided this is no longer the choice that aligns with you, you change it, you shift it. You don't have to be stuck, and you don't have to feel despair, and you don't have to like let the tower happen to you. You can watch the towers fall, or all the bricks or whatever from the tower fall, but like it's not that, I don't want to say it's not that serious. It's like, it's not that detrimental. That's not the word. Devastating. It doesn't have to be that devastating. It doesn't have to be that severe, right? I think that's also part of the survival mode, the comfort zone, the default, where it's like the drama of the devastation every single time. Like, it doesn't have to be that. It can be, oh, all right, clocked, noted, and move on. You know, like, this is the energy where you're at now. This is the empowered person, the empowered. See, she got sword in hand, ready to make, like, if I gotta slice and dice, I'm ready. You know, I'm empowered. I can do that. I have my weapon. I have my power. Anyways, okay. So what we gonna look at in dreams? What are we looking out for in our dreams? What are the messages that are coming through in the dreams? That was sideways for sure. Koi fish. Okay. The prophet. Okay. So right away, I'm feeling a vibe of like prophetic dreams, right? The dreams are going to be telling you, yeah. Sometimes I gotta laugh. Anyway, I'm saying that to say, like, or I'm not saying this to say, but anyways, the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of my dreams have been prophetic lately. That sounds so like obvious, like not obvious, like that's nothing, that's vague. When you're a dreamy person, there are textures in your dreams. And when you're like a feely person, both dreamy and feely, right? When you mix those two, like that Piscean and Cancerian vibes, when you mix those two, you can like get a feel of different types of dreams, like categories of dreams. So I know when my dreams are prophetic because it feels like it was a memory. It feels like I've already lived this. And when I wake up from those dreams, I'm like, I don't know where I am, because I'm like if it felt so real that this feels like, is this the dream? You know, like, am I in a dream now? Because that was reality, right? So like, it's a future that you tapped into. And the choices that you make, kind of like That's a Raven, the choices that you make can create this. Because right now you're in alignment with that future coming to pass. Now you can change your choices and change that future. But it's being shown to you for the choices, right? So if you want that future, stay in alignment with the energy you have right now and like go with that flow. If you don't want that future, you're gonna have to change things up quick. And why are we saying that? Because that's one type of dream. That's one type of dreams feeling. There's another type of dream that's a lot more floaty and a lot more like, it's like a, best way I could describe it, it's like this color, like it's a color. It's like a grayish blue. It is kind of foggy. It is kind of like translucent, and like, it feels kind of like, it depends on the water. Cause some ocean water is like seafoam green, and like it's like a pretty green, not emerald, that's too much, but like it's like a tealy kind of green, like a blue green. Some ocean water is like a blue green, but this ocean water that it feels like is like, it's kind of murky. It's kind of like, it's gray, you know, it's stormy. It's like, you know, like misty, like, ooh. And that is, I'm not the type of person to label those things, because I'm not the type of person to label those things. So I'm not gonna label that, but I'm gonna just tell you, it feels like tapping into the subconscious. So that's like where you'll meet people in your everyday life and they'll tell you things, and it's like they're telling you their mind. They're telling you why they did what they did today, yesterday, last year, 3 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. Like, they're telling you the truth behind the reality that you experience because you're in the subconscious realm. That's how I feel it. So that's like a different type of dream. Why am I telling you about the types of dreams I have? I think the point is there are different types of dreams. And so you will be having the type of dreams that are prophetic. They are the type of dreams that will come to pass. So pay attention to these dreams, because they are, as long as you stay in alignment with the energy that you're flowing with right now, they are happening. They are already happening. They are already occurring. So you can make, again, little changes here and there, but chances are, if you're speaking somewhere, you'll be speaking there next year or next month. I don't know. You know, timelines is up to you, but you'll be speaking somewhere. If you're talking to someone, if you already met them, you're going to meet them again. If you haven't met them yet, you're going to meet them. Like, you know what I mean? Pay attention to those things. If you get a name, if somebody tells you their name, like, note that however you want to note that, because I'm not going to tell you how to do that. I'm not that person. It's a little bit of reflection. Anyway, but pay attention to those details because they're going to show up later. And that's why you're being shown these things, so that you can, oh, that's what that was. What did I do in the dream? Did I like what I did in the dream? Did I like that outcome? Oh, maybe I should do the opposite. Or, maybe I should do what that other person in the dream did, that I really liked how things worked out. There's a reason why they're showing you these things. It's a heads up. So take the heads up. So anyway, the fish. They're going to show you good and bad things. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, subconscious. The reason why we're being shown these prophetic dreams is to take actions, to take aligned actions. Did you like the outcome? If you didn't like the outcome, change it. If you did like the outcome, keep going with that energy. Okay. That's pretty clear. I think that's pretty clear. Are we done? Oh my God. Are we done? Hey. Do we want a ritual? I feel like this was pretty short. I like this. Ooh, this is a new energy for me. I think it's because I'm clear on what's mine and what's not. All right, so ritual. I swear, y'all love to do this. Just that. I'm not stressed, I promise. You are part of the essence of the world. Tighten your grip on the details. The next moment will exist, and so will you. Okay. That's giving me very much go with the flow, and whatever will be, will be. You are a part of the essence of the world. I love that. You are the part of the essence of the world. Tighten your grip on the details. Tighten your grip on the details. It's giving... I got distracted. Tighten your grip on the details is giving you don't have to be so passive, because tightening your grip on the details, oh my God, that really threw me off. Wow. This is a reflective moment for me. Okay. So yeah, you're part of the essence of the world. Wow, this is really a reflective moment for me. Tighten your grip on the details. Dang, I can't get it back. Well, I can get it back if I wanted to. I'm gonna move on though, because there's other things. But now I know that was a teaching moment for me. When you're being called out in your own, it's just so funny. Okay, so open your heart to relationships without expectations and connections that allow you to be as you are. Open your heart to relationships without expectations and connections that allow you to be as you are. I feel like this is reading strange to me, but the way that I'm interpreting it, I'm immediately seeing open your heart to relationships without expectations, right? So that's you are going to dream about who you're going to meet next. When you see them, don't expect it's going to play out like the dream. Don't expect anything. Just be neutral, right? Because sometimes the way that you see things in the dream is pure. And the way things play out in reality is not impure. It's just dense. It has a lot more details, right? It has a lot more going on. It has a lot more happening. And so you can think in reality, oh, the dream was like this, and so reality should look like this, but that's not how things work. So if you are operating like that, let's say you meet somebody who's supposed to help you because they have the same name as the person in the dream and they look like that, and you go approach them, you meet them, and you're approaching them with the energy of expecting them to help you, and now they're there's resistance with them because they're what the hell's your problem? I just met you. Why do you think I have this much interest in you? Let it happen naturally, right? So in connections that allow you to be as you are, neutral, just unbiased. You don't gotta force your energy. It's yours. So just settle in it, right? Just be yourself. Just be you. I hate that advice because when I was struggling to be myself, I felt that wasn't helpful. It's kind of love yourself. It's what the hell does that mean? So I'm going to just clarify that because I feel I want to be a little bit more helpful than just saying that. What helped me be myself more was to notice what wasn't me. because I had absorbed so much emotional baggage and so much like of people's fears and projections and all things that people said, opinions and advice and compliments and like I thought those things had to be magnified or toned down based off what people told me. But when I stopped caring about what people told me, when I started to realize that my opinion of myself mattered more, then I realized like, oh, all those other things, that's just noise. That doesn't matter. It's distracting me. So I spend a lot more time by myself, but I need that. I'm saying that to say, if you're like a very social person, if you're like a Leo, heavy Leo energy, heavy like, okay, all of the other signs like Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Libra, especially if you're got a lot of that in your chart, take the time to be alone, to notice what you like about you and highlight those things and emphasize those things for yourself, so that when you show up around people who you like to be around, you can be the version of you you like. And if they don't like it, then that shows you don't want to be around them because they can't accept you as you are. Okay, so good. Trusting your intuition means following pebbles on your path that only you can see. No external validation can replace a knowing that comes from within. There you go. So how do we clarify? I mean, I think that's pretty straightforward. I don't think I need to clarify, but sometimes I feel like you never know how the message is coming off. So just why not clarify so you can clarify if you need to clarify, whatever. Trusting your intuition means following pebbles on your path. Only you can see. So again, it's like all that other stuff, all those people's opinions, noise. And sometimes it's white noise that helps calm you. Sometimes it's brown noise. If brown noise puts you to sleep, I don't know. Like you will decide the noise that it is. And if it's noise that's just noise pollution, get rid of it. So I say that to say, take people's opinions, compliments, critiques, take what people say about you with a grain of salt. You want to have a more like Aquarian lens to it. So like when people say something, you bird's eye view it. And then you look down and you assess, where are they coming from as they're saying this? What is their intention as they're saying this? What is the energy behind what they're saying? Do they want to help me? Do they only want to help me? Or like, why do they want to help me? Is it in their interest to help me? Is there like a what's that called? A subconscious? No. Crap. I just keep thinking like pulling strings, like manipulation. That's all I keep thinking. But like, you know, some people help you because it's of their best interest that you do well. And that type of help I'm wary of, because it's not bad help. It's just when that's your interest, when that's your intention, you can't see what I see about what I'm doing. So you think you're helping me, but really you're helping yourself. And so I'm not going to throw the baby with the bathwater out, like whatever that, you know, like throw out the baby with the bathwater. I'm not going to do that. However, I'm going to take your advice with a grain of salt. So you're seeing, okay, how I interpreted or how I communicated something was not clear. Noted. You adding, this is how you would clarify it so that like the other person will take these next steps because these next steps are in your best interest. I'm not like, that's the part I'm throwing out. That's the bathwater I'm throwing out. The baby is, I need to speak clearer. The other person didn't understand me. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So that's that. The pebbles on your path. No validation, no external validation can replace a knowing that comes from within. Okay, I think that's pretty clear. Because like from within, it's like, oh, I know why you're helping me, but you're still helping me. So I'm going to take the bathwater, throw it out, and keep the baby. I think that's pretty clear. Okay. There's a future version of yourself who is in awe of your courage. Aw. You are a vehicle for your dreams and ambitions. You are the water that's carrying the ship to shore. Wow. So you're not the ship. You're the water that's carrying the ship to shore. So I feel like the ship is what you're building, whatever that is. Like it's like the vessel that's carrying the dreams. It's like, okay. I think I'm being a little too metaphorical. I don't need to take it that deep. It's very clear, right? The future version of you is proud or is in awe of your courage. So they're already there in the vision that you saw. And because they're there, they know you did it. So you did the hard part. You're doing the hard part. The hard part is, what's the word? Is doing the thing, making the choice and standing by it, because you don't know. Like, you know, internally you have like an inner knowing. That's what intuition is. But that has to come with trust. So it's like, it's not set in stone or grounded, or it's not manifested yet. It's not physical yet. It's not a reality that you can see physically, that you've made the right choice. You just have to trust that you did. So that's the hard part. That's the part that's courageous. That's the part that your future self is in awe of you about. I keep wanting to say proud, and probably it is, right? That's what your future self is proud of you for doing. Because if your future self can, again, I said it, like, if your future self is in that future, it's because you in the past made the choice to get there. So give yourself props. Your future self is proud. There were so many, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay. You can let go now. That made me think of the brown bear. Take time out. Like, you can let go now. Okay, you can let go now. What is for you will find you in due time. What will be, right? Being present in the moment allows you to walk toward what is meant for you authentically. I really feel like this is clear as hell. I'm only going to read it again. If anything stands out to me, I'll say it. But like, I think that's pretty clear. You can let go now. What is for you will find you in due time. Being present in the moment allows you to walk toward what is meant for you authentically. There was something that did stand out. What was it? The grips of the details, the meddling. That's a Raven. You can let go now. The survival mode of like trying to control the situation for the outcome. That's what the person who is trying to help you, right? That person that you like, what's your intention in helping me? That's where they're operating from. And that's why when you have that bird's eye view, that Aquarius view of like, why is this person helping me? Right? You get a little Scorpio with it. Like, what's your intention? What's your motive here? When you see their motive clearly, you can understand, oh, you're operating from survival mode. Well, we have communed with our spirits. We have communed with our guidance system. And so we don't got to operate from survival mode. We got the visions, right? Where's the prophet at? Where is the prophet at? Come on. Yeah, prophet, right? So we are having dreams. We're clear on what's happening next, okay? And we know that if we don't like what we saw that's happening next, we can make a different choice. We know that. I know that, right? So because you know that, you can see bird's eye view what this person and their intention in helping you is, and you can decide, oh, you're operating from survival mode. No, sweetie, it's okay. It's okay. Like, thank you for reflecting to me how I am, how I look and how I'm coming off. That's so helpful. I will now make the choice, right? And respond by taking an action that is my responsibility. It is not your responsibility to tell me how to respond to how I look, right? You're telling me, you're reflecting at me that I'm not coming off clearly, that my communication needs to be stronger. Okay, great. Now I know what to do with the actions to take. It's my responsibility to become clearer, how I will become clearer. I do not have to clarify by saying what you told me to say to this person, because what you told me to say to this person is helping you. And it's not that I don't want to help you. It's just like, that's not in alignment with what I was shown about my vision. Like, if I say things like that, like, that's not the vibe. That's not the flow that I'm going. So I'm going to clarify in my own way. You know, I think that's pretty clear. So I hope y'all understand it. Lord, there's so many. And I didn't look at any of the backs. The backs are so pretty. This is why I'm like, because I said, oh, we're going pretty fast. It was 10 minutes ago. I said, oh, we're going pretty fast. Okay. Anyway, you're a beautiful place to call home. That's so sweet. You're a beautiful place to call home. Home is where you sit. It is in the beats of your heart and the warmth of your hands. Oh, I love that. I love that. I think I'm gonna share that ritual. I'm gonna share that ritual and then I'm gonna say it again and I'm gonna say what I saw. Okay. So the ritual with this card is visualize a space in which every detail reflects something about you. I love that. Can you describe or sketch this place? What does it look like? Or what does it look, smell, sound like? That I said that in the wrong order. It was sound and smell like. But anyway, just in case, so you can pause or screenshot. I feel like that's really pretty. Not pretty, but beautiful, right? It's calling you a beautiful place to call home. So the way that I'm hearing that, you are a beautiful place to call home. Home is where you sit. It is in the beats of your heart and the warmth of your hands. You are home. You are your home. Like your vessel, where you live, the body, your body's a temple. That saying, well, it's more like your body's a sacred place that you call home. And what do you want to say about that? It's more like, get comfortable in yourself. Get comfortable in your body. That's the be you, the authentic nature, the authentic showing up as yourself, all of that, unmask everything like that. Like drop off that emotional baggage, that the opinions of others and all that stuff, take it with a grain of salt, like all that. Clarify your energy. Sit alone with yourself. Know what home feels like in you. Know what you like. Know what you don't like. Know what makes you feel I was gonna say evolved. I don't know. I'm fulfilled is what I want to say. What makes you feel evolved? I guess what makes you feel safe enough to evolve, safe enough to grow, safe enough to make mistakes that will allow you to be more of who you are. Because like, if you're afraid to make mistakes, you don't feel safe. If you're afraid to make mistakes, you don't feel safe. That's survival mode. And the reason why is because the only way you will grow is when you make mistakes. If you ever watch a child, especially like, oh my God, if you love children, I love children. So, I think it's so funny to watch children play because children play like scientists. If you really observe. And also, okay. I'm thinking about two different types of children. So like, these are young children, like 2 years old, like toddlers. Toddlers play like scientists because they don't fully know or understand the world that they're living in. But if you are a safe person for the toddler, and if their parents or whatever, like if you were their parents or you're babysitting, blah, 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 the guardians, the people, the adults around, if they're safe people for the toddler will explore like nobody's business and they will get into everything and it will be annoying in some ways. But if you're not in survival mode, right? If you're not like stressed, intense, and they're not in danger and they're safe, you will be able to observe them like figuring out their environment. And I love watching that because it's so enlightening to me. And it shows you the personality of the child. There's some children, there's some like babies that will just touch everything fearlessly. And there's some babies that will like push it and like pull back and like watch and observe and see what happens next. Maybe they'll kick it next. Maybe they'll throw something at it. Or maybe they'll like, if you have pets around, they'll push the pet towards it and kind of like, like all of those things, those different types of things that the child does is a different personality. Like I'm thinking like, oh, that's an Aquarius child. Oh, that's a Capricorn child. That's a blah, 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 So anyway, then the older child that I was thinking about is like 9 and up, those ages. So I guess like 7 and up is what you can really say. They don't play like they're scientists anymore. Like 7 years old, 9 and up, they play like the adults around them. So they're mimicking. Oh my God, these memories are so funny. Okay, so like, girls playing with their Barbies, if that like still is a thing, I don't know. But the kids around me do that. So anyway, if you hear the conversations that they are having through the Barbies, that's a mirror. That's a reflection. So pay attention, because if you didn't teach them that, they were around people who were talking like that, and they are modeling that behavior. So if you don't want them to do that, you want to, like, you know, shift that. One other thing that cracks me up about children and cracks me up about, and you know, grace to the parents, because it's hard to be a parent. But if you're a parent, you don't like your child, then you don't like yourself, because your child, if they're always around you, they're mimicking you. So whatever you don't like about them is either something that you repress in yourself or something you do and you don't see. So I'm gonna say that and put that there, because I just think it's really funny when parents make comments about their child that they don't like, and it's like, are you serious? Like, they're doing exactly what you're doing. And it's worse when it's like something you don't like too. You know what I mean? Like, it's something when it's something that everybody gets annoyed about that the person does, and then they're taking it out on the child that's doing exactly what they do. It's like, how, like, can you be a little bit more self-aware? I don't know. That just that bugs me. But what I will say, again, grace for the parents, because being a parent is hard, especially like coming out of survival mode and like becoming aware of those things. Again, observing children will show you yourself. But why did I say that? I don't remember. I just wanted to kind of like, raising kids is hard. I'm not gonna lie about that. You know, raising kids is hard. I'm just gonna leave it there. So be gracious with the parents. Not everybody's a good parent. Not everybody's cut out to be parents. And still, like, if you care about the children, can you help where you can. Help where you can. That I'm gonna leave that there. Because now I'm starting to get triggered. So I'm gonna move on. Yeah, home. Next, the things that light you up are a part of the map illuminating your path. Each flame is part of a larger picture. The things that light you up are a part of the map illuminating your path. I think that's pretty clear. Like, yeah, getting to know you, knowing what you like, knowing what fulfills you, is part of the map illuminating your path. When I think of map, when I hear that, the map illuminating your path, I think of your birth chart, but that's because I read your birth chart like your soul's authentic expression. So there's gonna, you know, like every sign has a higher vibe, lower vibe, you know, both ends of the same extreme or whatever. What are you trying to say? I'm trying to say, yeah, I think that's not important. I think I just shared what I felt. So the things that light you up are a part of the map illuminating your path. It's more than go with the flow. It's go with the fire, go with the flame, go with your passion, go with what makes you feel something, makes you feel it up. That's intuition too. It's more like, you know, to me, Sag, Aries, Leo, but more Sag energy, because it's like, you know, it's that passion. It's that wanderlust, it's that curiosity, that truth seeking. Because the more truth you seek in the universe and outside of you, is the more truth that's revealed about you inside. And the more truth that you seek inside of you is the more truth that's revealed about your external reality. Like, it coincides, it corresponds. So yeah, I don't even think I need to clarify anything more than that. Each flame is a part of the big larger picture. That's why I said Sagittarius, because that's very like, each flame is part of the larger picture, big picture energy. That's Sag. It's not from above like Aquarius, but it's zoomed out and it's seeing everything. It's seeing like how things will play out in the larger picture. So the details is like in the dream, right? Focus. The details is like in the dream, what's the name of the person who helped you and what they looked like and where you were and stuff like that. Like, grasp those, you know, get a grasp, tighten your grasp on those details. Oh, it's right here. Tighten your grip on those details. Why did I say that? However, those details paint the picture. So the details are not something to fixate on. That's like the meddling, like that's the Raven focusing on what you can do to control the situation. That's that survival mode. You don't gotta do all that. That the details are to paint the bigger picture. So if you don't like how the picture's turning out, you can change the details there. But also be conscious of this map. Where does it? Where? Oh, it's right here. Oh my god, it's this card. The map. Damn, I've really been going. All right, we need to wrap this up. What was I saying? The details are part of the larger map. No, the picture. I cannot get distracted like that. Each flame is part of the larger picture. Did I say, okay, so if you don't like how the picture's turning out, change the details. However, like, be conscious of if you're being controlling and if you're coming from a place of survival mode, if you don't feel safe enough to make mistakes, because you can be kind of like interrupting the larger picture if you're not even looking at it. If you are jumping to a conclusion of like, oh, I don't like this detail, so I'm going to change it, but you didn't zoom out yet and see what the larger picture playing out is, you can kind of fuck up the picture. So like, just take that into consideration is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's it. That's that. I really liked this ritual. If you wanted to try it, do it. Was that everybody? I think so. All right. So visualize a space in which every detail reflects something about you. And can you describe or sketch this place? What does it look like, smell, and sound like? I keep putting smell first. I don't know why. So maybe you can tell me. Maybe the candles or, the scent of the place matters more to you than what it sounds like. Maybe the noise doesn't bother you. I don't know. Yeah, okay. That's that. I'm done. Wrapping up. This is great. Oh my goodness, this is long. Okay, bye. This is the month of November.